Hey guys, it's Candy Boy and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Evil Dead game that just came out and my first and honest reactions from it. Evil Dead is an asymmetrical horror game not unlike the likes of Friday the 13th or the king of asymmetrical horror games, Dead by Daylight. This one takes a different approach though, with you being a survivor fighting back against the evil being the demons, the Deadites, whatever you want to call them. You have many options for characters which each have their own ability, many of them being Ash from the different movies. This all goes about as going in with sort of like a Friday the 13th intro where you go in and start searching small houses for the likes of weapons, supplies, healing items, stuff like that. Now, all this setup of getting weapons and items in this Friday the 13th like fashion uh, needs to be setting up for something, right? Well, your opponent is a player-controlled Kandarian demon who spawns Deadites and tries to defend the objectives that you can see at the top. At the top here you can see the objectives with the map pieces, the pages, the dagger, destroying the demon lords, and then protecting the Necronomicon. You have about 30 minutes to complete this, and if not, you lose, just as if the Kandarian demon kills you all. Here's where things kind of switch up in the asymmetrical horror game, sort of, I guess I'd call it genre here, is that you're fighting back. You're not, clicking a flashlight, pointing it in someone's face, or then hiding, and you're not sort of helpless against this big, scary Jason. You are right at the front of the fight. As you can see here, the Kandarian demon found me alone by myself, trying to figure out what to do, since this is one of my first games I'm actually playing, and I'm defending myself in a very nice and thought out, but also very simple combat system. Now, even though it's a pretty simple and straightforward combat system, it's honestly one of my favorite parts about the game so far. It's very easy to understand. It just has light attack, heavy attacks, and you can do those in combos. And then, as you'll see here, there's also finisher attacks, which take a big chunk of health, and if it is enough to kill them, you get this sweet animation, sometimes even a voice line. Basically, this combat system is going to be your main offense against the demon's defense for the objectives. Now, also, as you can see in the game I'm playing right now, which, like I said, is my second game I played on this game, there's nothing done. It's 15 minutes in, and there's nothing done. This game is honestly, it's so just new, and not many people have hopped on it yet, so people aren't realizing what they need to do. So right here, the reason why I'm alone is because I'm the only one looking for the objective. The map is very, very hard to navigate when you don't have it memorized, and whenever, even though it says collect a piece of the map near Phasian Farm, I have no clue where that is. With only 4 people on your team, it really feels like a detriment to have even one of them not really knowing what they're supposed to be doing, even when it tells you straightforward what you're supposed to do. It really, sets you back if people separate themselves. It's best to travel as a group to the objectives so that nobody gets their fear up too high and nobody gets possessed. I think with no ranking system, I think only time can sort of make it so the teammates that you get are going to be more experienced. I don't think that it's good to have a ranking system anyways in this game, as the queue times in this game aren't bad, especially for the survivors. You basically get into one right away. Here I find the first piece of the map at 12 minutes, and I'm the only one who's done anything. And then immediately I go here after searching for, the other piece of the map, and they're all down because they just were, I don't even know what they were doing, they were just messing around, basically. Now, as a survivor, when your teammates are downed or even dead, there's a few things you can do. One is trying to revive them, which can be interrupted, and the other one is saving people's soul. As you can see, I'm about to pick up this person's soul here, and I ran it to the altar, and you have to do this animation. I revived all 3 of these people. There's only like 10 seconds left. I find the second piece of the map. It doesn't matter. There's not an extension of time. 30 minutes for games is a very long time, and it's not ridiculous to expect that we should have gotten that. But yeah, no, I lost the second game. All right, now on to the Deadites. The Deadites, I think, are extremely well designed in this game. From their powers, the way that you move in the little spirit form, as well as just their actual physical models in the game are excellent. Especially Henrietta's just looks so gross and just so realistic to the Evil Dead 2 movie that it's beautiful, honestly. Uh, Now back to what I was saying about how you feel when you're in the spirit form. You're just kind of whisking through, kind of like that camera movement from the movies. I think it's very well made. Your goal is to kind of run around, grab these orbs for power, and try to affect the survivors indirectly by placing traps, by spawning deadites, and kind of defend them, the objectives. As you're about to see in a second, I sucked ass. They kicked my ass, dude. I downed them a few times, but they kicked my ass. See, look, they're here. I'm only threat level 13. Usually by this, I've seen my the people I'm facing level 29 and such threat level by the Kandarian Dagger stage. So the fact that I'm not doing so hot. I'm whiffing. Not doing so great. They do beat me. Spoiler alert, I don't come back from this. But honestly, the boss demons feel so powerful and fun to play, but not even at an unfair rate. As I mentioned earlier with Friday the 13th, it doesn't feel like you're facing some ridiculous entity that you're fighting. It's like you have a chance to fight back without the demon being so weak. Now, I only played one game as the demon, so I'm not the best at it yet. This was the only game, and I lost. You get to this point at the end here where you don't have enough time for your abilities to refresh, so obviously, I lose here. Almost full health Necronomicon, I lost. I think that the entire vibe of Evil Dead was perfectly encapsulated in this game. The gore, the design, the voice lines, the character designs, the combat so perfectly encapsulates what I love about Evil Dead. The characters are goofy, I love them, the Deadites are scary, and it really is a great change of pace to be able to fight back directly against the evil instead of other games where, like I said, you just kind of run and hide. I think my biggest problem with this game is starting it. A lot of players don't really know what they're supposed to be doing even after they play this tutorial, and the map is just so humongous, it's so hard to really realize where you're going or where you need to go to do things. And like I said before, come some time, I think everybody will become better at the game, so they get more game awareness, and it'll just overall be a better experience for everybody playing. My other problem is that the Warlord Deadite seems very, very weak compared to the other two, but that might just be my inexperience. I think overall, I'm in love with this game so far. I like the idea of it. It feels fresh. It feels new. I've always loved the Evil Dead games, movies, characters. I love the whole thing. I think, like I said before, everything was brought to life perfectly, and it catches the vibe. I cannot wait for the new characters, maps, and just general updates that this game has in store for us. I'm very excited to see the future of this game. One question you obviously see with any asymmetrical horror game is, will it overtake Dead by Daylight? No, I don't think so. I don't think anything can do that, but personally, I'm really vibing with this more than Dead by Daylight right now, and I cannot wait to put out the footage of some of the games where I actually do a little bit better than these games, because like I said, these are the initial games I played, where I'm pretty trash, honestly. But I'll see you next time. I'll try to be better about staying on top of my Game About videos. I have my new mic now, and I'll release the new footage of me doing better in this game in the future. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.